We're live. Trying to do it once already, and then it just got stuck. Like I hit go live, and it just got stuck. So I had to hit refresh on the page, and then everything was gone. All the so I had to retype the entire title and description and all that. It was not too fun. Give me seconds. Can't type right now. There we go. There we go. Cool. Sorry for that like total ear rape that you probably got there. The microphone I'm using, I don't have an actual microphone. Um, which is fine. This microphone doesn't sound great, but I probably need a new webcam before I need a new microphone. I mean, with this webcam, it looks like my eyes are solid black. Believe it or not, guys, my eyes are actually blue. They're actually like, and not just like a dark blue. They're like bright light blue. But for some reason, they look black here because the webcam is so bad. Oh my gosh, they still look gray. But if I were to go look in the mirror right now, they're like bright blue, like baby blue. So I'm like, I don't really know why this camera's so bad. So I'll definitely be investing in a new webcam before I invest in a new microphone. But before even that, I got to invest in a new computer because this computer does not like intensive video editing. It definitely does not like live streaming for sure. Likes to heat up a lot and I just don't like it. But yeah, we got no viewers right now. But if we ever do get viewers, be sure to chat in the column on the side, the chat thingamajigger. That's for chatting, FYI. And the primary reason for doing these streams is to kind of connect with the community some more. So you should chat. But yeah, if you're watching this later as a video, then obviously you can't chat. But that's why even if no one ever shows up to these streams, I'm just gonna keep talking, giving my opinions, things like that. Because even if no one does show up, it's still there as a video later if someone wants to go back and watch it because they missed the stream, they can. And I encourage you to do that if you enjoy these, hearing my opinions kind of in an informal setting on some things. And you ever miss one of these, then you can just go back and watch it when it's actually video. And you know what you can actually do is you can actually comment on the video. Um, that's something you could do. If you comment your question on the video, then I'll answer it in the next podcast. Because I personally understand it's hard to be there for live streams. Like I'm subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels and I'm pretty much never on their live streams. I'm always watching their live streams later as their videos because it's really hard for me to catch them live with such a busy lifestyle. I understand a lot of you are probably the same way. So that's kind of a way I can engage with you guys. Even if you can't make it to the live streams, just comment on any variety podcast live stream video when it's uploaded as a video. Comment your question and I'll answer it in the next podcast. Um, Not sure if anybody will actually ever do that, but if they do, that option's definitely out there if you'd like to do that. But yeah, don't look at anybody yet, so I'm just gonna start talking a bit about some stuff that happened this week. Although I do have to say, the highlight of my week. We'll start with this. The highlight of my whole week, the most hilarious part was probably that whole like Super Mario Odyssey anniversary thing. If you don't know, Saturday, and so a lot of this is still going on. Yesterday was Super Mario Odyssey's first birthday, which I mentioned. I have a whole video about that you can watch on my channel. I highly recommend it because that's more watch minutes and another view for me. And yeah, because I'm really trying to get toward monetization, guys. Because once we get the channel monetized, then I'll be able to, do a lot better content. Right now, I can't afford a lot of equipment or things to do reviews, unboxings, blah, blah, blah. A lot of it is time. I don't have time to work on the channel. A lot of it's, money's definitely a factor as well. But once I get the channel monetized, we'll be able to pull money directly from the channel back to benefit the channel. And I understand that monetization is not this magic thing where you can all of a sudden pay all your bills just off of 100 subscribers. But every view, every subscriber, every watch minute is closer to those monetization requirements because YouTube actually has like viewer requirements in order to get yourself monetized. And I love to get there some point soon. It's like I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and like 400 hours of watch time within the past 365 days or something like that. Um, Sounds like a lot, but I mean, we've had some really good periods of the channel growth. We're not really in one of those periods right now. Right now, it's not channel growth right now. It's not channel decline either. Our channel is just kind of sitting in the middle. All of our stats, our watch time is about the same as it was this time last month. That's kind of how YouTube does its marker milestones to kind of show your channel progression. It compares this specific time to that time the last month, so 30 days before. So this time last month, we had about the same amount of rolling views, meaning, okay, let's just say 2 months ago, in 1 month, I got the same amount of views as I've gotten in 1 month here. So that's a thing. Same with subscribers. Not exactly the same, but generally the trend is a pretty straight line. It's not really starting to shoot up at all. So we're not in a period of channel decline, but we're not in a period of channel growth either. Everything's just kind of staying steady, which I would definitely rather it stay steady than decline, because when it starts declining, that's always discouraging. And honestly, the steady is kind of discouraging right now, just because right before this, we were in a huge like upward growth period. We went from like in the 90s of subscribers to like 130, 140, like in a month, which was crazy. And then it all just kind of slowed down. So I'm looking for ways to get it to start up again. YouTube is just such a confusing environment. Um, so I give a special thanks to everyone that ever always watches my videos. Um, and if you do comment, that's good. But please comment more, because it's really the comments and not the views. The views and watch hours and watch minutes, those are just statistics. And in actuality, statistics are just statistics. If I see good statistics, that makes me happy. That doesn't make me near as happy as people commenting, because that's actual human interaction and that's actual encouragement, instead of just statistics. And even good statistics can be depressing. Anyways, I don't know where we got off on statistics because we were talking about Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I get off topic really easily. That's why I kind of wanted to do these kinds of streams, because then I can go totally off topic and random as long as I want. Whereas in other videos, I have to stay on topic as much as possible, because it wouldn't make any sense to be talking about video statistics and YouTube analytics and stuff in a Super Mario Odyssey birthday video. But I can do that in these streams because this is just whatever the heck we want to do. Um, Anyways, oh, I always kind of wondered what this button was. Oh, you can see the number of active chat participants, which is no one right now. Toggle time. You can turn on timestamps. Okay. I don't know. I just never saw that button before, but I found it. That's a cool button. I like that button. Anyways, back to Super Mario Odyssey. It was there. They had like Nintendo had like a special event type thing to celebrate its birthday of Super Mario Odyssey, which was, I mean, it's a good thing. I like it when they do stuff like that. Um, a lot of games don't do anything when it's the game's birthday. Most games don't do anything when it's the game's birthday. But I feel like Nintendo recently, well, especially with their more popular games, they want to celebrate the birthdays of the game. Except for Breath of the Wild, um, I don't think anyone even noticed it was Breath of the Wild's birthday anyway, because they were just like, "Happy birthday, Nintendo Switch!" And there was a lot of stuff to celebrate the actual Switch's birthday, but everyone just kind of forgot about poor Breath of the Wild. It's like if you have two twins, but one's significantly more popular than the other. So on its birthday, you celebrate the big guy, and then the little twin's just there, like, I want to be celebrated too. That's Breath of the Wild. Anyways, so when I saw Super Mario Odyssey was going to be having like a special event to celebrate its first anniversary, I was thinking it'd be something like Splatoon 2. On their first anniversary, they had this huge special Splatfest. It was worldwide, and it was Inklings versus Octolings, which is something someone wanted, or people have been wanting for a very long time. So it was really, really good, and that was awesome. But then Super Mario Odyssey rolls around, and basically this event consists of you going into New Donk City, going up to New Donk City Festival, I mean, making your way up to the stage, and then just walking around ground pounding, like not no strategy, just walk around pound, 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 pound. And then you get this like pixel Captain Toads and pixel Luigi's that just pop out of the thin air, and then it just starts raining coins. And like I really I don't know what the heck any of that was about. It just I don't know. I think I said in the actual video, there's a video on my channel. If any of you are watching this stream later as a video, you can go to the video on my channel where I actually played through that whole special event type thing. And I was just making fun of it kind of near the end. And I think I even said it kind of left a weird taste in my mouth where I was like, I'm happy Nintendo celebrating the anniversary of this game, but it's just such a stupidly, randomly, I don't even know what to say or feel about it. Like, I feel like the Inkling versus Octoling Splatfest, people are gonna remember that for years. But I feel like after like a month, no one's gonna remember how we walked around ground pounding to get magical coins. And when I say coins, I mean coin. It's just raining coins. I think I literally got 5,000 coins just from walking around ground pounding. It's ridiculous. I was like, wow, okay, that's interesting. But yeah. So if you haven't done that yet, the event. It actually runs until Wednesday. Anytime between now and Wednesday, connect your Nintendo Switch to the internet and go on to Super Mario Odyssey, go to New Donk City. And this actually took me a while to figure out. You have to go into the New Donk City town hall, and in the corner, there's like a dude in a suit. And when you talk to him, he asks, "Do you want to re-experience the festival all over again?" And you say like yes, and then you go back to the festival. That took me a while to figure out. And then you have to play through the whole Donkey Kong section. And then when you get to the stage, just start ground pounding places, and you'll see the Pixel Luigi's and Pixel Captain Toads, both of which have literally nothing to do with New Donk City Festival. And yeah, they start spitting out coins at you, and it's super weird. Again, I have a video on my channel you can check out if you don't have the game or you're watching this podcast way after the event is over. You can go check out the video on my channel to see how it works, what the heck that was all about. But if you're watching this before this coming Wednesday, so within the next 3 days of this video or stream going up as a video, you can go and you can watch that, and it will be very funny. Or you can go play it yourself, I mean, and you can have a good laugh like I did. Come back to the next podcast and let me know what you thought about that whole experience. Yeah, anyways. And then I'm not sure what else happened this week, really. I mean, okay, iPhone 10R release. I think that was the big thing that was really trending this week. The iPhone 10R came out, which I'm kind of like about. For me, there are enough like upsides to the 10s that if I were to upgrade a phone right now, which I'm not, my iPhone 6 still works perfectly fine. I'm perfectly happy with it. But if I was going to upgrade a phone right now, I would upgrade to the 10s, not the 10R, because of the dual cameras. And the big thing for me is the OLED screens. The iPhone 10R is rocking an LCD. The good thing about the LCD is it's a lot cheaper than the OLED, which gives it a pretty cheap price tag. You can bump that all the way up to, I think, 512 gigabytes on the 10R, and it's still cheaper than the base model 10s. So I think price-wise, the 10R is a great thing because it's a lower-cost iPhone. I mean, believe it or not, Apple, there are a lot of people in the world who cannot afford a $1,000 smartphone. I'm fortunate enough to be in a relatively high middle class family that could probably afford to buy me a $1,000 phone if I wanted one. I don't need one, but I would probably be able to get one if I wanted to. But I already know by the lifestyle that I know I'm going to live that when I get out of college, I will not be spending $1,000 on a phone, Apple. I just won't. So it's good that the iPhone 10R is there for people that don't want to spend $1,000 on a phone, but it's still really expensive. Like, I said I have the iPhone 6. The price the iPhone 6 was brand new is like what the iPhone 10R is now, which is just really weird. It's like the 10R is the regular generation, and the 10s is like the super flagship. I don't know. It's weird because all the flagship iPhones used to be what the 10R is priced at now. It's weird the upward shift we're seeing in prices. It's not just inflation, guys. It's all these companies. Apple's a pretty big culprit. There's a lot of other companies as well that are just slowly pushing their prices up for no apparent reason, even though there's no actual inflation. Like, have you guys actually seen how expensive stuff is lately? Like, you walk into Target or Best Buy or Walmart or like anywhere and start looking around at the prices of a lot of stuff, especially name brand stuff, and I think you'll kind of maybe be as shocked as I was about this kind of stuff. It can get pretty crazy price wise. But anyways, the 10R. The other thing I find really interesting about the 10R is that you can shoot portrait mode pictures with a single lens. That was the whole thing the whole time with the dual lens camera. Apple was like, the dual lens camera allows you to do portrait mode stuff. Um, and that was the main selling point of having the dual camera. A lot of people bought the plus models just for the portrait mode with the dual cameras. And Apple, now you're telling me that we could have done that with one lens the whole time? And why don't you just update the older phones that have a single lens to do that? No, you want them to have a reason to upgrade to the 10R, right? Also, the thing that confused me most about the 10R is that there was more hype about the 10R than there is about the 10S. The 10S is the technological superior phone in every aspect of everything, but for some reason the 10R just kind of the 10S, I'm sorry, 10S just kind of slipped out and no one really cared. And then the 10R, people were building up hype forever. It went on pre-order, and I was literally getting like text messages from Sprint, which is my cellular carrier. That's like, "Do you want to pre-order the 10R?" I'm like, "No." And then when it came out, I got like messages from Sprint with like literally firework emojis. That was like, the new iPhone 10R is finally here. Like they're acting like it's the main flagship phone, and I'm like, "Don't you want me to buy the more expensive phone? You get more money off of that." So I don't really know. I keep messing with my computer because I'm using the webcam built into my computer. So I'm kind of messing with the angle on my computer screen. It's making the camera move around. I don't know. I'm one that like I can never get anything perfect. I'm like super, I guess people would call it super OCD. Like I'm always like randomly adjusting things. Like I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, like in between clips, a lot of times I'll move the camera. Like I'll record a clip and I'm like, that's slightly lopsided this way. So I'll like turn the camera and then, oh, that's lopsided the other way. The next clip will be turned yeah. I just mess with a lot of stuff a lot. Yeah. This might end up being the shortest podcast ever because usually the podcast lasts a while because I'm actively chatting with you guys in the chat, but no one's in the chat active right now. And it's only about 17 minutes and I'm about out of stuff to talk about. There wasn't that much that really happened this week that was all that interesting. I guess I can just go into Google right now and try to find anything else. Just Google Nintendo and see what random stuff comes up. Um, Apparently, Bethesda says that Fallout on the Nintendo Switch is not doable. Um, that's interesting because Bethesda's like really been supporting the Switch a lot. Um, Japanese auction reveals Nintendo's first Wii remote for the GameCube. Yeah, I did see that. Apparently, the original Wii remote was actually being developed as a prototype accessory for the GameCube, which they then developed into a console, its own standalone console. That's kind of been a rumor for a while, but one of the actual prototype module Wii remote plugins to the GameCube is actually found and being sold at a Japanese auction. Um, of course, that might just be totally fake. People think it's 100% legitimate, but I don't think a lot of people understand how easy it is to fake something like that. I can make a fake GameCube Wii remote if I wanted to and sell it. Wait, what the heck? Okay, this is super interesting. I look up Apple, and this headline is Find My iPhone locates stolen police recruiter Murder of Apple executive in India. More. What? An Apple sales manager in India was shot dead by police. Um, oh my gosh, there's a lot of super weird stuff in here. I don't know. I'm not reading all that. You guys can look that up on your own time. Super weird stuff. Oh, did iOS 12.1 come out? I know iOS 12.1 is what's bringing the group FaceTime calls, which if you have a lot of friends, it's great. Of course, I only have like that. I actually have a lot of friends, but they don't all know each other, if you know what I mean. I'm not really ever going to be texting 32 people at once. So that's a thing. Oh, oh, this is interesting. For the group FaceTime calls in iOS 12.1, um, it doesn't work with the A8 chips or earlier. So the iPhone 5S, the 6, iPad Mini 4, well, any device earlier than the A8 chipset and earlier doesn't work because it's somehow super processor intensive to have multiple people on the screen. I don't quite get that because my 1.6 gigahertz i5 computer could probably do that just fine. But whatever. So here's a whole list: the iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, iPad Air, iPad Mini 2, iPad Mini 3, iPad Mini 4, and iPad Touches will not be supporting group FaceTime calls. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm not that disappointed because that's not really a feature I was really going to use that much anyway. But my two iOS devices I have are the iPhone 6 and iPad Mini 4, which are both on the list of not compatible with group FaceTime calls. I don't know. Oh, hello, Firewolf. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you stop by. We haven't really had anybody the whole stream, but we got somebody now. So I was just kind of starting to wrap up a little bit. There wasn't that much else to really talk about that I knew offhand. But if you have any questions, you want to talk about anything, you can put that in the chat, and we can definitely do that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying with the group FaceTime calls because they didn't say anything about that at like WWDC or even when iOS 12 launched. And now they're like, oh, well, if you have an older device, there's no group FaceTime calls for you. Oh, it's also going to be geographically limited. It's like only in North America or something like that at launch. I don't know, Apple, you're pulling some weird stuff. Firewolf, any recent game pickups? No. The newest Switch game I have is still Super Mario Tennis Aces. I almost said Super Mario Tennis Aces. That's what they should do. They should do a sequel to Mario Tennis Aces called Super Mario Tennis Aces. But no, I haven't picked up any new games since then. I've been putting most of my money in, I guess, funds. It's not really funds though, because the channel's not monetized. But I've been putting most of the money I've been getting in long-term savings for a new computer. We're looking at like $3,000 for that, but I'm hoping it's gonna last a long time, like a whole decade long time. So like finishing all the way out through um, a lot of the channel because the computer I have right now, it works fine. It's usable, but there's a lot of stuff I want to do with it that I can't because it's just. Let's see. We have like on this computer we have a 1.6 gigahertz Core i5 dual core in 8 gigabytes RAM. So that's interesting. Oh, you gotta go? Okay, bye. Yep. So to answer your question, I have not picked up any games recently. But once I get that new computer, whenever the heck that is, or it's mostly new equipment in general, I really want to overhaul equipment for the channel. Um, but I'll be able to pick up some games after that. And then also with Christmas coming up, that's a good thing. Um, Forgot about Christmas. I'll hopefully be getting at least one new game for Christmas. Last year I got like three new games at Christmas time. I got Mario Kart 8 and Super Mario Odyssey and ARMS all at that Christmas season. So fingers crossed, I'll probably pick up some new games around Christmas this year. But yeah, probably not till then. Although I do have some unused GameStop gift cards, and I'm thinking when Smash Ultimate comes out in the beginning of December, I don't think I can wait all the way to Christmas. I'm probably going to take those GameStop gift cards, put them into GameStop for Nintendo eShop cards, stick those in my Switch, and get Smash Ultimate day one. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to really hope the eShop doesn't crash because that would really suck. So yeah. Well, Dark Wolf's already out of here. Hi, dude. He stopped by to ask one question. Hey, that's a good thing. Kept the stream going a little longer, asking one question. Cool. Let's see if that chat participant wins this towards. No. I found this button that like supposedly gives me a list of chat participants, but it only shows me. It doesn't show Firewolf, even though Firewolf was just there. I keep calling him Dark Wolf because his YouTube channel, his YouTube name used to be Dark Wolf, and he was on a lot of my streams and um, videos and stuff all the time. Then he kind of disappeared for a while. I don't really know where he went. Then he showed back up as Firewolf for like a week, and then he was gone again. I guess he's back again. I don't know. There are a lot of like legacy channel people, is what I'm going to call them. That there's a lot of people that have showed up in the past and are kind of gone now. And we see them occasionally. And I'll just say it's great to have you guys whenever you guys show back up. Just because you haven't been on the channel for a while doesn't mean I've completely forgotten about you. A lot of people I have forgotten about. I'm really bad with names and memory. I don't have a mental problem with memory. I just am just as a person, I'm bad with memory. So I might not remember you, but I might remember you. So anytime you guys want to, anybody wants to stop by any of my streams, comment on my videos, that's probably the best thing you can do. Yeah, I don't know. That button does not work the way it's supposed to. I'll say that much. Anytime I type anything into the keypad, you're gonna get some ear rape because, like I said, I'm using a microphone built into the computer that I'm using. So, and the microphone's built into the computer. It's a laptop, so the microphone's right under the keyboard, kind of attached to the keyboard. So you, whenever I'm tapping on the keyboard, that goes right into the microphone. Also, um, whenever the computer fans kick on, the computer fans for some reason, I don't know why Apple designed it this way. I'm using a MacBook Air. The computer fans are like literally right next to the speakers, the microphone. So a lot of times, if you hear a lot of like what you think is static in any of my streams or videos, it's probably my computer fan going nuts. Which is I probably need a new microphone at some point, an external microphone. Hey, funny fun fact. If you go to King's Dominion's website, it's an amusement park in Doswell, Virginia, owned by Cedar Fair. Anyways, if you go to their website, they call their roller coaster section where they list out all the roller coasters adrenaline rush activities. That makes it sound way more extreme than it actually is. Yeah, I really want to go to King's Dominion at some point. Before I just wanted to go to ride Intimidator 305, but now that they have Twisted Timbers, that's one of the best looking RMCs. So I kind of want to go to King's Dominion one day now. That would be a really fun thing to do. Well, you have to be 54 inches tall to ride Intimidator 305. Same with Dominator. Wow. At Dollywood, which is my home park, Wild Eagle is you have to be the tallest ride. You have to be 50 inches to ride Wild Eagle, um, and that's the tallest height restriction at Dollywood. But at King's Dominion, Dominator, a B&M, and Wild Eagle's a B&M, Dominator's a B&M with a 54 height restriction. That's interesting. And then it looks like the Intamins just have that kind of height restriction. I'm gonna look up Cedar Point real quick because I'm interested their height restrictions, right, for the rides, like how tall you have or height requirements. Sorry, Cedar Point's really trying to advertise like better as like a family vacation place. So I literally have on here the first thing when you pull up the Cedar Point website: relax. There's more than just roller coasters. There's not. It's basically Cedar Point's just roller coasters. If you don't like roller coasters, don't go to Cedar Point. I really want to go to Cedar Point at some place. That's my number one bucket list park. Um, I'm really hoping to go next year. That'd be nice. I don't know. Probably won't be able to because last year I really wanted to go this year, but I couldn't work it in. I really want to go to Dolly. I only went to Dollywood like 3 times this year. I'm gonna go another time. By the way, um, anybody on the stream right now? No one's on the stream right now. So if you guys are watching this later as a video, you're going to be the first ones to hear this. Third week of November, the week before Thanksgiving, I believe that Tuesday, I'm going to be going to Dollywood again, my good old home park. My good old home park that's a 4-hour drive away. See, it sucks to be a coaster enthusiast when you live where there are like no theme parks near you. Because Dollywood is like a 3.5-hour drive from my house, but that's my home park. That's as close as it gets. It's a really annoying. Wish there was one like right in town here I could ride. I would go like every weekend. But yeah, Cedar Point. You have to be 50. You have to be 52 for Gatekeeper. That's weird because Gatekeeper is a B&M wing coaster, exact same restraint system as Wild Eagle, but it's 2 inches higher on the height requirement. I don't even know where they get the height restrictions from. Cedar Creek Mine Ride. I know it comes from the restraint system, but like Cedar Creek Mine Ride, that's their mine train coaster. It's like a family ride, 48 inches, which is the same as a lot of their thrill rides. It's so weird. Millennium Force is a 48-inch height requirement. Top Thrill Dragster is a 52. Top Thrill Dragster and Millennium Force have the exact same T-bar restraints, like the same color. And they're different height requirements. And then Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance is a 52-inch height requirement when like all the other RMCs in the world have a 48-inch height requirement. This is so weird. I'm gonna get off this website. But yeah, guys, I don't really know what else to talk about. We don't really have anybody in the chat chatting today. So I did my best to just go on as long as I can. But again, if you're watching this as a video and you have any questions for me and anything you want me to talk about in the next podcast, be sure to put this in the comments of this video, and I will cover that in the next podcast. And unless anybody shows up on the chat in the next few seconds, I'll be getting on out of here. Thanks for those of you who did stop by for today's podcast, aka Firewolf. So super special shout out to Firewolf for being on today's podcast. Great job, dude. We all love you. Let's see if you showed up on the participant. No, you're still not on the YouTube. Your participants list doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Then again, half the stuff on YouTube doesn't work. But anyhow, it's been a good day. I always like doing these podcasts where I can just chat. And I'm looking forward to next week's podcast. It's gonna be super interesting, guys, because this Tuesday, just less than 48 hours away, we're gonna get those new iPads and whatever the heck Apple wants to announce. So next week's podcast, be sure to tune in. It's gonna be super interesting. We're gonna be talking about whatever the heck Apple decides to announce on Tuesday. I'm excited. So keep it here on Variety Entertainment, the best YouTube channel ever. Yeah, that's right. I said it. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye. What did I do in that thumbnail? I was like,